Yeah.
You know.
Are you comfortable with flying by the seat of your pants?
Yeah, to some extent, but only in bits, and it's something I determined in this year's comedy festival that's where that's one of the main things I need to work on,
right,
to be able to do that, to have your material that you know it so well that you can just pull bits and pieces out of it at random,
right.
And you'll see Dave Grant or Pommy Johnson and stuff, they'll whip out bits and pieces of this and that. You think, hang on, that's only a skerrick of a 5-minute chunk.
Yep.
But they just bang throw it in here and there, and it'll be spot on because they got the and you know, and if they get interrupted or whatever, they might not go back to that. Whereas I'd go back to it because I haven't got that much material that I can blow off a really good chunk just because I get interrupted once.
Yep.
I'll steer it back to that. Whereas they just drop it and they got so much material, they just grab something else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like your material is like a toolbox.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, you miss with the hammer, don't worry about it. Grab a sledge, bang. Well, what, you know, they got so much.
Yeah.
It's called spritzing anyway. In your Zen and the art of stand-up comedy, it's referred to as spritzing. And guys, it's not. There's an art in it, right? And there's got to be spontaneity into it. But like just about anything else, you can learn a lot of it. And once again, as Jamie McCartney said to us about improv, he said the number one rule of improv is be prepared. Right? Know your material. He said number one rule of comedy is know your material. Number one rule of improv, know your material.
Yeah.
Right? If you've got that toolbox of stuff, here's one I prepared earlier. Whip it out, and it looks like you've just made it up.
Yeah.
Right, the audience goes, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Right. Now you look at I keep forgetting his name. Long, wavy hair, pommy guy, great accent, really funny guy.
Ben McKenzie?
No.
No, he's
very successful guy. Packs out theatres. He's been on. Thank God you're here and stuff. I'm terrible. Ross Noble,
yeah.
Right. Ross Noble. Everyone thinks he's a comedy genius. He just pulls all this stuff out of his arse and it's all gold. Yeah. Right. Maybe. Because I've spoken to people who've been to several of his shows in a row, sort of thing, and you know they'll say, oh well, you know, it's not all quite as improvised as you might think. You know, a lot of this stuff he's pretending he's just thinking of it as he's going along. He's thought of it before and he's made it work. Nothing wrong with that, right?
No.
Because you wouldn't go and see the Rolling Stones and expect them
to
play an all new
start
set.
Jamming, yeah.
Yeah, they're playing all new set. You go, well, thanks guys, that's great, but what happened to fucking Satisfaction?
Yeah.
I paid my money and you didn't play Satisfaction. I go, fuck you, we played that for the last 40 years, whatever. You know, but you know, and it can be like that with comedy. You know, there will be people who say, man, I brought my friend along because I love that joke that you do, and you didn't do that joke.
Yeah.
But by the same token, if they haven't brought their friend along and you just do all your old jokes, they're going to go, but I've heard it all before.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a double-edged sword with comedy that you don't get so much with music.
Yeah. Well, they said Ross Noble did a similar thing when he was studying comedy. He went to Billy Connolly's gigs, main auditorium gigs, 3 nights running.
Yep.
Just to see how he mixed things up.
Well, Billy Connolly will tell you that he likes to do something new every show.
Yeah.
Right? And I've seen him interviewed on TV and he says he likes to do something new every show because it keeps it fresh for him.
Yeah.
Right? But, you know, he's doing a 2-hour show and something new might be 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas the rest of it isn't new.
Yeah.
So you do the math, you know, he's doing a lot of the same stuff over and over,
yeah.
and he does it brilliantly, and it's fantastic. And as long as it doesn't look like as long as it's new enough to him and fresh enough to him that he can love it as he's doing it and share, because to me comedy is all about sharing something fun with the audience.
Yeah.
If you don't think it's fun, how you can share something fun with the audience? You know, you're going to say to someone, oh, here, taste this, it's delicious, and you know it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
You know, people can tell you're lying. So yeah, you know.
Who is your perfect audience?
My perfect audience. My most important audience is my mum. I give her a laugh every time I speak to her, and I believe it helps her health. That's my opinion. I might be wrong, but I believe that it helps her to have a really good belly laugh. And if I never made another person laugh in my life, but I kept my mum laughing, I could live with that. You know, but by the same token, I am a comedian. I can't help myself. I went shooting with some guys for a Bucks night on Friday night.
Yeah.
Right. Something completely different. Instead of seeing strippers, we all went to a pistol club and did some shooting. Great fun.
Wow.
But you know, I get there and I'm thinking about what's funny about it. I can't help myself. You know, I get there, I go into the toilets, and there's wee on the seat, there's wee on the floor. I'm thinking, fuck, these guys aren't going to be able to teach me anything. I did okay in the pistol shooting, and the instructor's telling a couple of us, he's saying, well, look, guys, you know, we're down here, you know, all the time. You should come down on a Sunday and get some time in on a range. You know, we're happy to go through things with you. Sundays are really quiet. And I said, how can it ever be quiet here? Doesn't matter whether we've got 3 guys or 30 guys. Bang, bang, it's never going to be quiet. So, you know, always looking for the funny angle. I'm trying to write more from a technical point of view now, I suppose, like conversation with Christine Basil and now I've lost the name. Yeah, I'm terrible with names. Another comedian at a gig, and he was saying how you know, book he read about it. You know, the thing he really got from it is that setups are straight lines, punchlines are right angles.
Right.
Okay, so and the idea